and welcome to today's video. Today's video is my bucket list for Christmas. So all these things I'm going to talk about are things that we would do. These could be activities just for like an hour. These could be activities that we would do all day. These are activities that we might do towards Christmas, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, 23rd, 22nd, 21st and 20th, or things that we can do during the day or night. So yeah, come and watch it and find out some of my activities that my family and I do. Okay, so the first activity that we do is Christmas shopping. Now I know that isn't a thing for everybody to do, but we make it very special. So what will happen is we will either split it up into two groups, so Johnny and I, or Dad and Mum, or pretty much all go separately. So Mum goes her way, Dad goes his way, and Johnny and I go together. Johnny always likes to come with me, and it's easy if Johnny comes with me. So we might go to one of our cities near us, or to the mall. So last year we went to Hereford. We caught the bus, and we had a great fun. So where we used to live, we used to go to Bristol or Newport or Cardiff city centre. But this year, I think we might go to Cheltenham. Yeah, so what we would do is we would obviously either catch the bus, catch the train, drive there depending on what we're doing, or how we can get there. We will decide. If we go to Hereford, we might catch the bus instead, as it is obviously it's not cheap. It's cheaper, obviously, but it also gives you that stressless vibe, especially with the driver trying to find car park spaces, and they're getting expensive. So yeah, so then what we use. So once we get into the area, we will split up, meet at 11, and then meet at lunchtime. So depending on what time we want lunch, we will meet. Or sometimes we will just meet at lunchtime and go all the way to the end of the day, pretty much the end of the day. So yeah, we would meet on the same area for about lunchtime, or for 1 o'clock, depending on what we're or 11 o'clock, or 1, depending on what we're doing. We would. So Johnny and I would go together, or Dad, Johnny and I would go to get Mum's gifts, and she would go off and just get everyone else's, and then we'll meet back at this place at a certain time. So Johnny and I like to set an alarm, because otherwise we'll be in the zone and we'll probably forget. And if we set an alarm, 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before, 20 minutes before, it will remind us to start walking that way back to where we're meeting. And then we'll on that, when we then meet, when we decide where we're meeting, we will then go off together to a cafe, a pub, a restaurant, and have a drink, a refresh, sit down and refresh, go to the toilet, like things, have some food, and then we would go. There were in Hereford, there used to be a Starbucks, so we used to, if Johnny and I were together, after that we used to go and get a Christmassy drink. Johnny and I used to spend, put some money to the side, and we'll put it together, and we would buy our drink. And yeah, so Christmas shopping, and then if we only go for a coffee and maybe a cake during lunchtime. We might go out for food in the evening, and I don't know why, but Johnny and I like it because we put our headphones in, we can plan what we're doing, we can get all the gifts, especially as people or towns and cities start to turn on the lights, so it's quite nice, to watch the lights um, and things. So we're going to stop talking about Christmas shopping. So the second thing is Christmas light switch on. Christmas light switch ons where I live is, makes me feel all Christmassy because where I live at the moment, last year was the first year we did it, and we've been in we've been to the one where we used to live as well, but that one was a bit not the same as this one. We tend to go every year anyway, or every other year, because obviously the grandparents used to invite us to come and watch it, and so we went last year, like living there properly. So we spent a bit more time, because we usually just watch the lights switch on, go back to theirs, walk back up after walking around for a little bit, and then have tea there. But now, as we live here, we can go and see it properly. Spend a bit more longer. So yeah, it's quite nice because we get to watch the tree lit up, all the lights get turned on, we get to sing Christmas carols. There's stores. Typically, there could be stores, and some places might have like little rides, like a little fairground bit. So we might go on some of those. So it's really a really good time. When we were a few, old place we used to live, they used to have in one of the areas. So it used to be split out. So Christmassy stalls and light switch on in one area, and then more Christmassy fairs on the opposite side. And they used to have lights, and you could see them, on them, and that kind of thing. So yeah, and also Santa Grottos and things like that for the kids, and yeah, Christmas lights switch on. Is pretty much the first Christmassy activity we do. Now our town does as well. Does as well. So that like 2 times now. Christmas late night shopping. So as our town is more what it used to look like and what it used to be back here. When people used to go and get them butchers, the meat from the butchers, the fruit veg from the food shops, that kind of thing. It's like that. Obviously, before supermarkets, so it's still similar to a little bit like that. And some of the shops are gift shops and furniture shops and clothes shops, and it is. So this event is straight after, so the Friday or the Saturday after the light switch on, typically like a week later or something, and it's a really nice place. Down there you get to see the lights, you get to hear Christmas music, you get to hear Christmas carols, you get to do a bit of Christmas shopping in the evening. The lights on. There's other stores as well. So some stores might close their shop at the top, or in turn, but bring their stuff or limited stuff to obviously the main bit of the town, and it's a really, really nice little activity to do. You don't have to even spend any money. Like you could just go. You might spend like £1 because there is a store where it sells sweets. There's a store that sells hot chestnuts. There's a store that serves drinks like mulled wine, chocolate, hot chocolate, tea, coffee, and that. So you might only spend like £3, but you don't have to get those either. Like you could just go browse the shops, browse the little stalls, and really have a good time. So yeah, talk about going to like Christmas night, late night Christmas shopping, and the light switch on in your town or towns. Go to any Christmas events that your town does. Especially obviously the ones I've just talked about, like the child, late night shopping, Christmas fairs. Go to as many as you can. Now the one that we like to do is go to a garden centre. Now you're probably thinking, okay, so I'll go to a garden centre to all year round. Well, obviously, as you may know, if you're in the UK, garden centres tend to decorate for Christmas. So that means you get to look at Christmas decorations and lights, and it's actually a very cheap day out. You don't have to. It's the same with late night shopping. You don't have to spend anything, any of your money in there. You can just park up, go in, and just browse. Got the garden centre. Same with like John Lewis. They've got or any like shop that might sell Christmassy bits like Homebase, garden centres, John Lewis. They have a little selection, and also John Lewis has also got other bits, so you can have a browse for that. But the range, you could, just because it's a shop doesn't mean you can have a fun day out there. Like you could browse in the shop, maybe then go to a coffee shop afterwards. Maybe they go to, because sometimes we might do an event later that night, so we might leave, like say an hour earlier to go to the garden centre, look around the garden centre, then go to the event. Once we've looked around, and also you could be in garden centres for an hour, 2 hours. We were in there. I think I wanted to film in film. I wanted to film in my Hello November vlog. So yeah, we went then, and also I wanted to film it and to show you around because it's near when it was too busy. But even though it was busy, we still managed to look at things, and we typically are in a garden centre like at Christmas time for about like an hour, 2 hours. But we also spent 3 hours because of people, trying to get into animes and things. It's cheap and it's also good for, especially like my cousin Logan. He likes obviously he's got a disability and he likes the lights. So we guarantee his parents might ask if we'd like to come with them, go for coffee, and then we can take him around the lights. And he likes looking at the lights. Where we used to live every year, we used to invite them to come down to our old house because they didn't live garden centre near them, so he didn't get to see the lights as often. And we used to it was only when he was a baby, we didn't like a baby, and when it was just him. When it became obviously Amy, we I have a cousin, we didn't really do it. I think we did it once, but by the time we did it once, lockdown happened and things, so we couldn't do it with her, and also we moved here, so we do it here. But yeah, he really likes to look at lights. So yeah, go to the garden centre before an event or just for the day. It's a very nice activity. So now we're going to talk about activities that you can do inside the home. So this could be making bits and making your paper cut chain. Like last year I bought this. And a little activity for me to do because I wanted to spend, and you can get little packs where they give you certain colours and you just make one big paper chain. Charlie did a few years ago, made snowflakes, and we are doing them. Hopefully we can do them this year. So having a day where we just do arts and crafts, there's a Christmas music card or a Christmas film, and just sit and just play around with paper, a card, glue, glitter, paint, glitter, And especially if you have little children, you could use their paper decorations in their bedroom. And I just find it a really good activity, especially if you're going to use it year after year. Baking is obviously another day. We typically have at least, we do loads of baking now, obviously from October to December, January kind of thing. So we pretty much have bacon, a baked good in house. If Christmas cakes, biscuits, cookies. There is some people that do baking day, so they might make loads of different goodies. And yeah, baking is actually, to me, it's therapeutic. It makes me really calm, relaxed, and I just find it really good for my soul, because you're doing something that doesn't require technology, doesn't require too much pressure. The only thing is to buy the ingredients, and really, obviously, some ingredients can be really hard to find. So you've got to try and Google things. That's go away. Got to find all the Google things, and yeah, so you've got to try and find that. But once you start baking, it can be very calming for me, and the smell of the house when the cookies are in the oven, the biscuits are in the oven, the gingerbread are in the oven, the cakes are in the oven, the cupcakes are in the oven, your log is in the oven, I don't know, makes the house smell really Christmassy. You don't have to just do baking, like cookies and cakes. There is Christmassy recipes for like savoury things. So yeah, I think we're like going to be doing some baking very, very soon. So don't worry, there will be a little bake in my vlogs coming soon. But yeah, now one of the best is Christmas duvet movie marathon. So it's pretty much a day where we're not doing Wednesdays. We would lay them either under the tree or on the sofa, get into PJs. Don't change out of PJs. Just stay in your PJs all day. Watch a Christmas movie from start to finish, and watch every single one that you haven't watched. This is typically one we typically watch towards the last week of Christmas. Because there's so many, obviously, weekends and weekdays that we could. What I'm trying to say is that this would be a little activity that we would do. The week before Christmas, as we only watch Christmas movies, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, or a Sunday, like really early, like Saturday, like mid-afternoon. So a Christmas marathon day is obviously as I said, get into your PJs, stay in those PJs, get your duvet, take that downstairs, and just get any of the Christmas movies that we haven't watched, and this could be movies that I don't know in my first Christmas movie of Christmas, first Christmas video of the season, or ones we pretty much see on TV or pretty much see on Amazon, where if you type in Christmas, so yeah, that's Christmas, and we would get loads of snacks. We would pretty much get Christmassy snacks, so Quality Street, Quality Street or Heroes, popcorn, obviously, biscuits, that kind of thing, and just thinking we also make s'mores, and then we got a fire. We can do it on the open fire and burn the marshmallows, and we have to do outside or put it in the oven. And really, I can't wait to do that this year. So one of my final things that Christmas activities are honestly decorating your house for Christmas. This is probably the first thing I would probably do as soon as it hits November. I'm sorry, but yeah, just get it decorated, and you can do this with your family. But honestly, even if I have family when I've moved out, in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm decorating the house myself. Sorry, no one's touching the tree, no one's touching the decor unless you're putting the lights on. Putting the lights on, and that's it. No one else is touching the tree. That's why I can't wait to move at this place, this bedroom, and move into my own place, because seriously, I can't wait. I can't wait to put Christmas movie on, decorate that for the Christmas season, I know. But yeah, decorating the tree as a family is, I think, quite a magical thing to do. Obviously, I wouldn't allow my children to decorate the tree, but I don't have children, so it's fine. My mum doesn't let us really decorate the tree, so I know families that do, and every families that do. There is something flying around this camera. Hang on. Yeah. Families that do, I just find over the tree looks. What's the word? Looks like. Doesn't look like someone's done it for a hotel. It looks more loved. But it's got all those memories, but there is people that still decorate, without the children, without the family, without the husband, and still do like a tree. I feel like if I had children, I would have. In my house, I would have like 5 million trees. But there will be one tree that I will probably bring out each year, and it'll probably be a tree that the kids and the family can decorate, and it will probably have all the family decorations they make, but we'll see. But yeah, I probably will have like 5 million trees. So I was decorating for that, decorate the house. It's my favourite. Now where we have got this in, your local areas, but where we live, we have a Christmas carols, church service, and we go to that every year. I think it's more because my mum wants to go to the mulled wine store just to drink the mulled wine, because their mulled wine is actually quite nice. It's homemade. Someone locally makes it. They have got a license, just to say, because I know they don't have a license. They have got a license because they used to own a shop, but they had to give it up because of some family reasons. And but they still do the store because they can still do it. I don't know why or how, but they have a license and they can still sell it. So they sell mulled wine and obviously other drinks and some alcoholic drinks as well, but especially mulled wine. So I think that's one reason why she goes. But we sing as a family. We didn't do it last year, or I see, 2020 was the last time 2019 was the last time we did it. We did it We did it in 2018, we did it in 2019, but we stopped it because obviously COVID stopped it. They did have one outside 2019 and 2020, but we didn't go because we were busy. Obviously, we didn't really want to see family on during Christmas. We did see Comic Con the cat anyway because they came there to us. We tend to come up to them over the Christmas. And yeah, it was weird year. And the 2021 we were ill, so we could go anyway. But this year, Charlie's isolated. It also started with Charlie being ill, so we said, Charlie, you're gonna have to isolate. So she's not gonna see cousins for like towards the end of December. But that's fine for her because she said jokingly and said as well. Each time we talk about what we want to do for Christmas this year, we always joke about Charlie has to isolate the week or 2 weeks before Christmas and only go to school and maybe see some friends and do activities with us, but isolate from them. Yeah, so Christmas carols, and it's a really nice service, especially to sing all the Christmas carols that you might have not heard of. And they don't need, I would say, anyone can go. It's not just for the village, the people part of the church, because where I live, the church is open to everyone. Everyone can go. It's not. Well, there is obviously a few churches that only this specific religion, this specific group could go, but that one is the main church where everyone tends to go anyway. And I forgot to mention this. We are going to a pantomime, so I thought, as we used to go to a pantomime or like a little musical theatre show in a theatre. We stopped out in 2019 because we couldn't go to 2019. 2020 was obviously COVID, so we could go anyway. 2021 we were ill and there wasn't really a show that we really wanted to watch anyway. But 2022 we're going. So we always used to go to see a pantomime. This doesn't have to be for your kids. This could be for anyone. Obviously now we're towards the back just in case because we don't want the youngsters looking at us going, "Why are you here?" Making us feel embarrassed. But we tend to go anyway.